Alright, testing 2, 3. Hey guys, this is another kind of video where I wanted to make for a long time, because if I'm honest with you, there's been a lot of ideas that have been thrown into my mind, and there's been a lot of things that have changed in London. I just recently came back from Amsterdam last month, and I can tell you this: having a small city, small population, would mean that I don't have to be a big population all the time, but having to be all the time to just feel like you're in a dangerous city. You feel like you're ready something to pop off, and you're gonna be dealing with drugs. You're gonna be dealing with gangsters. You're gonna be dealing with people on genocide in their countries, right? Especially in my community, it's going on, right? In that case, forgotten. I just haven't had a relationship for a long time, right? It's all because everything's just expensive. People are entitled. People are just smart, arrogant, stupid. People just don't want to talk. Even the third generation immigrant kids in the UK are just like, they have this elitism that they want themselves to do better. They always want a centre man, maybe not all of them, but some of them want this perfect charming, but really they don't. They're just going to be left alone, and they're just going to be dealing with themselves being alone. And I don't want to be friends with those type of people as well in here, because it's garbage here, right? And this is what you get, right? You pay rent, you pay for shit. But never mind. Don't want to talk about that. I think I already made a video of the previous videos that I've talked about London and stuff. Because this video is going to be about me moving to Manchester. Seriously, after everything's gone through, it's a rip-off, really. It's a scam. Getting scammed and delivered to London. Yeah. I would say that me living in London, right, has been a great privilege to be serving for 22 years. But I realised that it's not worth it in the long run. That it's just changed for the worst. Also, we got a car that's driving over there. We got people driving 70 miles over, 12 miles over. The guy told me that apparently they've been crashed because they don't have the license, not insured of the vehicle. So that makes it worse, really, that kind of way. And then people just want to talk, which is normal London, in fact. It's normal to be on the phone all day. It's normal to be ignoring people. It's normal to have no manners. It's normal to have nothing at all. It's normal to be silent. It's normal. In fact, it's pretty much normal to be lonely and depressed. And I'm okay with that because I don't want to raise my kids here, right? I want to go somewhere where my family's amazing. So yeah, in that case, let's go to first reason. Reason number one: people are friendly. Now, it depends on the areas you're in, right? I know people are more friendlier in the north than in the south, right? That's a good myth that people are friendlier in the north in London. Well, it's everyone's just been open to each other. Yeah, in our side of the city of London, the people from cities are actually sociable that way. Depends who you want to talk to. Depends who you go to. No, the nightlife is very different because let's be honest, nightlife is not as shit. But nightlife in Manchester is so good. You can meet ranges of people. It's actually had diversity, believe it or not, right? There's more black people that are actually partying together, enjoying themselves, right? They're actually friends with white people, right? So this notion of Manchester ain't diverse and London's not diverse, it's not that true. It's a lie, dude. Well, more diversity people because there's more concentration back in London because it's so spread out by each borough, right? So you don't see them much, but you do see them in various positions. It's just that it's just they come in all types of shapes, right? It's all it is, right? We had to pay premium price to just get that. Well, you can pay 1.3k and you still don't get ripped off, right? So you pay cheaper price, but people will be rude. Alright, at least your money's saved. Once you go to London, your money spent on 3k, but it's below standard service because the customer service is so dog shit that you have to go outside to get some good customer service, and they don't treat you like a proper human being, like they should. Like your needs are met, right? Like you're not feeling lonely, right? At least you don't have a conversation, but at least you can say hi and people actually stop and chat with you, or just say hi in general, really. I mean, here it happens, but it's less common with it, right? Because I wear small dress and people have multi-crossed me and then sometimes stop to chat with me. So sometimes it's all that, right? But it's just right. It's just less. It's just more about just because a lot of people, arguably a lot social than other places have been. To be honest with you, these are number 2 is cheap. To be honest, I saw this rent prices and I saw that they're still getting cheaper, but now some prices are getting expensive, such as new places and maybe Deansgate, maybe central areas. So things are popping off in that kind of way because you need to have a certain money to attract that kind of lifestyle, right? I also think that obviously, if you didn't know, the rent properties is going crazy because UK is just people are going in London and making the prices go high, so the developers are reaching towards that goal, right? They want to attract certain criteria of people by going from other places to Manchester and most made a bit of a higher salary there. So at least you need about 35k per year to actually reach that goal, right? And I'm gonna get 5k monthly. Hopefully, this is inshallah. Maybe next few months as well. Maybe I'll start off today. Okay, and then then we continue in a couple of days as well. We see number 3. There's hot women. I know there's hot women everywhere, especially in Manchester. There's a lot of beauties there, right? There's a lot of hot chicks there, right? Just about the plastic surgery, BBLs, that kind of stuff, right? Not life, right? I just feel I have more to those than like in London. Because in London, it's so expensive. It just closes early, and you have to go really far if you're going to central areas. If you're going to uni, they go central areas. Reason number 4 is people still traditional. To be honest, traditional is still alive because that day in a world-class city is still a mid-class city, which is people are moving at a very slow pace. People still chill. People still do slow pace. I will come to the lane one, where people have more to things for their life, rather than big bag London, where again unis are getting wet, but you still get ripped off and you still have to walk fast. You don't get no time for anyone. That's a lot of world pace is going on there, right? And then reason number 7 is pretty much just have key faults, right? You don't see that happen in London. You don't really see that. You see masculinity, you see masculine women, and that's what you're attracted to, right? So you're always going to get someone that is always feminine voice, but she was just having a boyfriend, and she was just feels so cute, really. When I was on the Kawad's video, and I thought that's not what I like to have. That's not what I like to have. That's what I want to marry. Instead of dealing with these girls in London, dealing with this crap down version, dealing with girls that I went through a lot, do they? Right? They're attractive positions, attractive videos. I even think they're feminine. I'm like, get alive, dude. That's why I'm single, because I ain't dealing with those people. I ain't dealing with those women, London women. They're all worked up, man. They're all stressed out, dude. Working, and grinding, and it's still shit. I feel sorry for the people living in London, to be honest with you. They need to get out of here seriously and move elsewhere and actually feel like they're valued more instead of having to be in London all the time and just grind, and still having to be still have to be ripped off, right? So that kind of way, right? I don't want to say. Reason number 7 is not busy. This is a small city, so expect to be a small city. Going to be less busier than London. It's just full of people. 9 million almost, and have lots of people coming around the quarter paces. So, I'm gonna block off. So basically, I'm just saying that have still places, logistics that you can approach, and people actually stay home and some other places. So people don't intend to move out of places often. Move out of places to other countries, but there's some people who have to stay there, right? Even if it's raining, but I don't want you to move to London. So, look at this. Like, after what I've gone through, why would you want to come back, man? Like, if you don't want to survive, yeah, just don't go, just don't move there, just don't live there, right? Obviously, if you want to experience there, living there for 12, 10 months, up to you, cool, right? But for any new people that on the shore of living, where to live in London, whereas, what am I trying to say? Whether if they want to live in London or not, I'm telling them, I don't recommend living in London. I recommend maybe other places, right? And besides, you can do it online as well. Being rich, you can do it online as well. You don't have to go to London and work in finance every week and the TikTok. Maybe just for business and stuff, for sure, right? But to be honest, I don't see the appeal of working in London really, because the offices that are in England that's actually more appealing in London. That's all it is, right? So reason number 8 is trams. Ooh, yeah, let's talk about trams. We don't have trams in London. We don't have trams. We don't have trams in South London. We don't have trams in central areas. We don't got buses and walking down on cheap. Which is one of the best underground in my entire life. Which is one of the best cheap in the country. But it's always get delays and trains and tickets are expensive there. So, and it's busy, no one talks to each other, so I'm usually taking the cheap is a great thing, but so, nah, fuck that, dude. What am I getting ripped off for? No, Bruh. I ain't trying to get ripped off. Why would I be? It's shit, man. It's shit. So, you got trams here in Manchester that's actually centralised. I think I'm Birmingham as well. But London, it just doesn't have these. So. But they got South London, but they don't have any in central areas. They don't got buses and tubes, so that's right, really. Reason number 9 is I'm gonna say there's people that speak English. Now, look, I used to not speak English, right? I used to come here when I was young, and the difference is I can't speak a word of English. I don't speak any word of language, right? And it took me a while to school to learn English, and that's why I'm at in that position of life, right? But there's now a lot of people that speak English and don't interrogate well, which is actually, it's not even Muslims' fault anymore. I know there's some Muslims that they just want to shine, right? They keep to themselves. They within our community. They don't want to do anything at all. But then there's some people that don't want to do it at all because they want to have unrealistic standards. But apparently they don't want to do the hard work of loving themselves, right? So then they're gonna have delusional standards. I'm just saying some of them. It could be one of them. It could be they do with the community, but they don't want to venture out. Narrow-minded again. Another thing is that they don't want to do, which is fine, but because of your realistic standards now, it's like you won't meet that perfect guy. So now you're confused about whoever is another guy for you or not, right? So I don't know really. And then people, and another thing is that lots of people just don't want to open to you because they're not confident of the English. So you get that too as well, right? What are you paying rent for? Just for a guy doing to speak English? That's an issue, right? That's an issue that people are trying to fix, but there's not much any courses that people can do to fix up their English. I mean, I know I can't talk properly because I don't know. I'm just tired, but I can't even speak properly because people are just like, I don't know. People are so unfriendly, man. And it just feels. The mood is so negative. It means it's so silent. It's nervy. It's just not very like upbeat in that way. It's very moody. It's very depressing. It's very dark in the sunny weather. It just doesn't make it appealing, man. And it goes for English people too as well. But it's like, everyone comes to London now, so then it gets Londonized as well. So now you get all the overwhelming choices, which means you don't want to respect the average man. So now you want a top man because you want a world-class city. You want a top man. I just don't want to race like that. I just don't want people that are going to think like that, right? I don't want my future wife or future girlfriend to be thinking like that, right? So I just, I don't think it's not worth a while, really. But imagine so you got people speak English and people have normal standards and people actually tell you the truth. So honestly, I wouldn't care. But then, again, I spoke to somebody who's from Manchester, right? He's in the gym, and then there's someone. And then he just had one word answer, so that's another one. Another one is probably just a guy's being cool, right? So I guess guys are just friendly in general. The girls are not. So, but girls are cool. It's just a mixture of both. Because if you're a girl, right? Guess what? You gotta get attracted by the culture, right? So a girl is more easily attracted to the culture that way than a guy that's retained his original culture because he come from the background, right? But the girls are like attracted to it. So it's very important that you still need to keep her away from toxicity, right? It's important that you need to I need to not let her be attracted to certain cultures, certain things, right? Like gang culture, Roman culture, the ghetto culture, and it becomes like that too as well, right? Because she's weak, she can be indoctrinated to the sort of stuff. So if you get a girl from the village, yeah, in England, yeah, try not to come to London. Try not to get Londonized, yeah. Londonized is a big thing here. You got some village to here. Delusional with our thoughts and minds. That's what I can say. If I miss anything, I don't know. But of course, there are cons for it, as it's just the weather's grey. It's all getting expensive though. Crime is getting high. Oh yeah, he's number 10. Crime is low. Depends what regions you're in, right? In Chester, crime is less. Because you know what? Because there weren't the police coming over there. There weren't many driving over there. Many insane driving. There weren't many police going on there. There weren't many police just happening, police coming over there in England because it's all about to get off. So it's kind of normal to see police over there, but not when police are driving 5 minutes, 10 minutes up, driving sirens and making people feel stressed out. We'd have kids and you're stuck in council and getting crime and have crime there as well outside of it. And people are just rude. People are just disrespectful. People are just have no manners. Oh yeah, another thing, people have no manners in London. People just walking text. Also, a lady that was even texting, she has no manners, so she doesn't look and she doesn't even say anything. People are just issues, really. People have mental issues in London. They all go to work, but then they're all indoctrinated in their texting. I just don't want someone who's texting all the time. Do you know what I mean? I'm on my phone every day, but I don't have a phone. I have a phone texting me every night or so. But you get girls that suspects into texting their friends and going to the sort of areas, Dubai, Miami, Dominican Republic, Malibu, although they're probably not attractive, but there's certain areas, right, that you have to avoid because these guys will go for it. They will go for hard, yeah? Girls and girls trips, right? I'm not saying to be scared, right? But if you don't want to go to girls trips, don't bring a girl to the party in the first place, right? She's gonna cheat. I don't think she's gonna cheat, but it's more high likely that people might have fun and people might cheat. And another thing is just that if the girl's gonna cheat, she's gonna find a way to cheat, though. Regardless if it's traditional or not, right? You just have to find somebody who doesn't cheat, because cheating is bad. Cheating is worse as a man because then you just say that he's gonna be vilified for him. Lots of girls is like, oh, you go girl, oh, you find something better, but the girl's like, you're a loser, you're a donut, yeah, you a dickhead, yeah, you cheater, yeah, you should suck in his dick or something, yeah, dildo dick energy, yeah. We come to a girl, yeah, you go girl, yeah, that bit. It's all about that. It's all about gets, guys, in general. But Jesus back for a month. Really. In our way. But yeah, there's all the reasons why I moved to Manchester. Now, it would be a date that I am potentially going to be seeking, which is it's going to be next year in 3 months' time. That's what I'm predicting at. Next year in 3 months' time, I will move to Manchester after I explored all the flats and secured my place into it, right? And I will find a cheap flat. I will find a way, right? Because you know me, right? If it don't work out, I will find a way. Because that's who I am, right? We've got no options, right? We're gonna find a way to get out of this hellhole, right? Because you know me, right? We've got no options, right? All the reasons I said there already, it's already become a dream to move to Manchester. Maybe it's a dream, but when you actually approach it, you actually seriously invested in yourself and stuff like that, you realise that life in the dream is a reality, right? And reality is we're just not good enough for London, and you know that's another thing. I ain't gonna hook up with anyone, right? So that's why it's like I ain't gonna spend my whole life with those apparently low exposure girls and then try to fool myself by sleeping around and being a very red flag myself, right? If I love those special girls as a wife, yeah, but then you run hooking up all the time, yeah, then it's like what am I gonna do? Like being lied to me, being a red pill guru guy, saying I want a wife, but then you sleep around 50 people. Come on, man, like. What's this sleeping is good, right? Or bad, right? What's it body count is a big thing, right? I'm just saying that should you be with someone that actually just want to hook up, or somebody that doesn't want to hook up every now and again? When I say hook up, every one night stands. So I'm not really into that, right? I'm into long-term relationship, right? That's what it is. That's all it is, really. But apart from it, right? If you're gonna spend your whole life with women, you might as well just get out of London, because this is overstimulated and it's wrong really to live in London and certain things like that, right? It's just you have a lot of money and need to be okay with lonely and that kind of stuff. But if you want to be in Manchester, if you want to be normal, if you want to get to care about the people, if you want to have a normal life, if you want to just be like me, just get through life and just being okay with yourself, right? Then that's a risk that I should take, right? And it's about life, it's about risks, right? Take some risk, and if it fails, just plan another one, right? And just stick to your goal. Don't ever give up. That's all I can say, right? I can leave you that one, right? Maybe I'll come back in next year in 3 months and I'll give you an update to see how I get on, right? That's my homework for me. That's a deadline for me. Do an update for 6 months, 7 months or so, and I'll see if that plan's accomplished. But obviously I need to work harder than ever to actually meet my standards and goals, alright? So that's all I want to say, alright? So take care, see you later, and I'll see you in the next video.